他们 没有先让他们。Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of iChongqing's channel. This is Echo Chen. Today we are here broadcasting this episode to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the China-Singapore Chongqing Demonstration Initiative on Strategic Connectivity. This is a landmark project that has reshaped economic and cultural ties between Chongqing and Singapore. Today, this episode is for the Chongqing Week in Singapore, and Julius and Xiaolou, our hosts there, are reporting this for us. And today we will take you on a journey across both cities, showcasing a decade of innovation, growth, and shared success. Launched in 2015, this initiative has become a cornerstone of China-Singapore cooperation, focusing on finance, aviation, logistics, and information technology. Over the past decade, it has facilitated over 50 billion US dollars in cross-border financing, boosting Chongqing's role as a logistics hub for the new international land and sea trade corridor and strengthen people-to-people exchanges. So today, we will explore how this partnership has transformed both cities and where it's heading next. So the first part in our show is to introducing Julia's part. He is on the side of the Chongqing Week in Singapore, really, really thrilled. Let's take a look.
Hello, guys. Thank you, Echo. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm Julius from iChongqing. Can you guys hear me? Guess where I am? Yes, I'm in the heart of Singapore. Right now, I'm in Singapore. I guess some of you may watch the last live stream that I was in the Bangkok, right, on the Pixel building on the Mahana Kong King Power. And today we are here at the Singapore. You can see this building here. We are at the Ultra Road, actually the center, the heart of Singapore, the very business, the most business, the CBD, the Central Business District in Singapore. So why we are here, actually? So because we have a Chongqing Week here. Chongqing Week, welcome you guys to the Chongqing Week in Singapore. And this week, and also the China and Opportunity and Chongqing brand promotional event also held here today. So maybe let's take a look. So we are already at the front gate of our promotional week, or I would say the booth, the market, the Chongqing market. You can see all the brand logos here, all the Chongqing's iconic brands. You can see a lot of hot pots. You can see the Mahua. You can see all the NEVs like Chang'an, like Depot, and also Jiang Xiaobai, like liquor, like Baijiu. It's all famous Chongqing brands. And today, we're gonna gather them all here to have the famous brand here and to let people all around the world, especially in Singapore, people Singaporean to know our brands. So needless to say, let's go inside and have a look.
Is there gonna be a performance? Because I see somebody outside.
我们可以一块儿开始。Okay, so today we have two special guests. You can give him maybe. Hello, guys. Hello, I'm Julius from iChongqing, and this is
people watching iChongqing.
yeah iChongqing. Yeah. You're our special guest, Xavier.
My name is Xavier. So I'm
他的声音听不到。We can't hear him. No, I didn't get any sound from him.
Oh, maybe there's some audio things. Maybe we can get further. Okay. So, guys, this is our special guest, Xavier, and today we're gonna have a quick tour about all this Chongqing Week in Singapore.
Yes.
And as a KOL, I think it's a content creator, and I would like to say influencer in Singapore. Social media influencer. Like we are nearly the same, actually. Yeah, we could. So nearly the same. So maybe we can from their angle. And we also have another special guest, and we'll introduce her later from their perspective to stick through the Chongqing in Singaporeans' eyes. Yeah, so maybe we can take a maybe we can join.
Yeah, you can go there.
Yeah, we can go in. Yeah. 你可以加入我们吗? Can you? So hello guys. This is another special guest, Ling Ling, right?
Yeah,
Could you introduce yourself to our audience?
Again, no sound from her.
Very nice to see you again. Yeah, very nice to see you guys. And this is our another content creator, social media influencer in Singapore. And so today we're gonna take this our two special guests stick through this whole week of Singapore. And from their perspective, we're gonna show you the real Chongqing. Maybe not too much real. If you want to see the real Chongqing, you gotta go to Chongqing yourself. It's very only a tip of the iceberg. So maybe from first question, that have you guys ever been to Chongqing before? Oh, you've been to there before?
like a couple of times. Like
Before COVID. Oh yeah.
2019,
Oh, 2018.
most famous travels.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was your first impression, and how was your feeling about Chongqing when you came there?
我感觉是因为你在戴耳机，然后这个声音是从你的耳机进来的。如果
Okay.
你不对
Okay, maybe sorry about the
Yeah.
audio. Maybe now we can.
maybe you can try it again.
So how about now?
Yeah, maybe you can ask the influencer to try again to see if the audio. Try again to speak again. Yours is
So this is the first time. Actually, you've been to Chongqing before. So what's your feeling about Chongqing? Speak the word.
it's oh my god, your internet is freezed. Your audio is freezed. We can't hear you, Julius. We can't hear you.
I just I saw a video in TikTok.
Hello.
The train across the building. Like,
Yeah,
That's better. Now it's better.
yeah. That's Lee's Bar Station. We
Yeah.
have Lee's Bar Station for that.
This
Maybe.
is a super famous in Oman.
Yeah, that's true. Especially on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, we have posted like Lee's Bar on Instagram, and we got about. Please, click on that about this bar station. So maybe one day, see, the master say is the Lee's Bar Station. Yeah, just like that. Yes. Yeah. So how about you?
Okay. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, but for me, if I use one word, will be spicy because I love the spicy food a lot. Yeah, and the view.
I think the audio is not really good. We can't hear. We still can't hear the.
Something less. One must
Yeah,
see.
the fast view.
Yeah, for local people actually, iron for see that. Also the Raffles City. Sure we can. The everything I'm serving is about front. With the exchanging 50 RMB in Chongqing.
Yeah, I think that the audios from the Julia side is kind of awful. Awful. We can't hear
You want?
really
So,
clearly from Julia's side. So I don't know why. Maybe you guys should you refresh the
介绍
refresh the 浏览器, you know.
我重新刷新一下浏览器。
Yeah, do that. Okay, so let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. And meanwhile, you guys can see Jesse and our guest from Singapore are now waiting on the side of the river Yangtze. You know, there are two rivers in Chongqing, the Yangtze River and the Jialing River. And they are appreciating the view from the side of Nanbing Road. Okay.
Echo, is that okay?
Hello.
Are we continue or just
Still no audio, no sound from
没
Julius.
sound
没有音带是吧？我就直接是用
耳机没有连着，其实
没有连。
它是
Maybe we can just.
Yeah, it's better. It's better.
Maybe we can go
But
rough.
let's-
Just,
we
is that
can,
okay?
you know-
Hello. No.
Yeah. Your sound is good. But I want to hear from the KOS.
How about mine?
Yeah. Can you hear them? Can you hear them?
Yeah. It's better. It's better now. It's better. Please
So
speak
we're gonna
louder.
go very
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
No
Sorry,
connection, guys. We
it's
don't have to
always-
use this.
always
We don't
gonna
use
be-
this
yeah.
phone. We just
It's always gonna
call
be
speaker.
some,
Because
you know,
there's something wrong about that. Sorry.
internet.
Sorry again, guys.
Okay, that's it.
But I think you guys can hear me clear and hear our guests clear. Then we are good. So
Yeah.
maybe we can have a. You guys want to rehearse our talking, or are we just going on?
Yeah, just go on. Just go on with your
Just go
journey.
on,
Just
let's go.
introduce.
So,
Yeah.
continue
Go
watch
with the
our, Chongqing specials, especially for those goods, also the products made by Chongqing.
I just saw that they have a small scale in the lemon.
Yeah, it's from
I never saw that lemon Chongqing.
Yeah, Chongqing actually, we have a lot. Maybe we'll see that later about the whole feast about that. Yes, every dish was made from that. Like lemon dog, lemon pork, lemon, I don't know, lemon cake. Everything was made from lemon. Maybe if we are lucky, we can find that. Maybe so. This is actually. Sorry. So this is I don't know which part is like a sausage or some actually speed was interesting.
Yeah.
Last month. Yeah.
It's not Chinese city.
Yeah, and the very famous thing is that the braised goose. Actually, this is the very famous one. No focus on the food. Also, Mafar is also one of the most famous in You have
Yeah,
actually over before.
I remember that when you're traveling, there's a
Digital, yeah.
they have a lot of sauce there in the chain.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
So Chengnan one is Chongqing.
Yeah. Actually, you guys can try that. If you next time you go to Chongqing, Xigo, it's another nice hotspot. And for that, you can buy some. Yeah, this one I think it's already time. And when you go to Xigo, you can get fresh food, yeah, fresh food. That's I think it's a good. Yeah, I think it's a spicy non-spicy flavor. I know that.
This flavor.
Yeah, actually, something like that. Yeah, that's it.
这个仔仔的，
Oh, this is actually the seaweed flavor. And that's
我们这个品牌已经有107年的历史了。
They said they have more than history of 170 years.
I will say this is number one.
That's the one.
This is number one.
This is number one. For me, I think it's spicy.
如果大家能吃辣的话，可以尝一下这个辣椒。
要try yeah, try chili. Try chili.
多跟确实有点辣。
So you can handle that.
这个它比较小，吃起来就现代人的一个口感。
It's more like
不会太大。
yeah, it's just a small one. It's like you can just in one bite. In one bite.
Join the event.
这个是只有我们重庆有的，重庆它口感比较辣。
Okay. Actually, this is a very special, especially in Chongqing. Only in Chongqing. When you guys come to Chongqing, you be sure you can take some as a gift for your guys.
凑上来嘛，可以凑上来，我看给观众看一下。
Yeah, you can. Yeah, yeah, guys. Yeah, it's chen ma hua, guys. Just 麻花。
苍蝇麻花。
青苍蝇麻花。
spicy 麻花。
跟他们这边的一个岗位是做麻花的。
We're gonna continue, and you said the Chongqing 小面. Yeah, that's the one. Although it's yeah, it's yeah, it's numb and spicy, so spicy.
我们这款重庆小面呢，就是在重庆非常有特色。它属于重庆的2个就是美食名片
It's
啊。
one of the main products.
我们就主要是以小面为主，这样子啊，就主要是麻辣鲜香这种感觉。因为重庆小面呢，实际上是中国面条的集大成，它是一个融合体。比方说我们湖南的烩面，这个江西的米线，那个湖南的米粉，对吧？都能够，包括我们这个兰州的拉面，都能够在我们重庆都能够吃到，在我们小面馆都能够吃到。因为重庆小面呢，在我们民国时期为都嘛，啊，所以所有的美食都在我们重庆聚集的。聚集之后呢，所以我们重庆人就把它发扬光大。 啊，专门来打造了一款重庆小面。我们在这里面有40多个品牌，啊，都在做。
That's cool. Guys, if you want it, just click 上链接。321家人们上链接，我马上就要说这上链接。你说吗？
Yeah, I actually really looking forward about how those influencers sell those products online. How they would introduce those products. I mean,
guys, you want to
they're
go
really
to Chongqing? If you
specialists in
guys
Chongqing.
go to Chongqing, you just ask for 二两小面。
对，
哦，
重庆呢有个特色啊，就是每一天早上，我们
We got a stories here, yeah.
都这样喊一声：“老板，来2小面。”
加不加
嗨起来，
加不加海椒？
是吧？加海椒，
That's
这样
lamb.
With
Yes,
chili or not? But we want chili. Actually, we eat something spicy
就是
as a breakfast.
啊，
Okay.
吃硬一点，吃软一点，就这样说。多加菜，少加菜，就这样说。重庆小面就是这样开启重庆人的一天。
Yeah, it's a everyday daily routine of our Chongqing people. Yeah,
He is speaking really, really
yeah, very
authentic,
spicy for that morning.
authentic Chongqing language.
啊，可以啊，可以啊，
你挑一个，
来，你吃这个。
湾仔 ，yeah, 湾仔 actually.
湾仔面是我们重庆小面的这个灵魂。
Yeah, that's true.
Ah.
I love that approach.
这款
I
面是
actually didn't find a really exact translation for this noodle.
麻辣鲜香。好，
谢谢. So guys, they got their gift about like noodles. Although it's instant noodles, but I have tried that before. I actually made it some of the time. You know, just quick hands. It's very delicious. You guys got to try. If we have a link, you can.
Yeah, it's a mature industry that they transfer those traditional foods into really
原味是甜的，还有非调味的，
instinct products.
麻辣的、黑米的，你帮我给他们翻译一下。
No problem. 他们可以读的，我们的观众是 It's a 7 flavor in one bag.
You know, after I watch Speed's live stream, I see everybody on this
Guys,
booth. They all like the goose,
we just can't.
Uncle goose.
我们在流汤鸭子。
这里也有清汤面的，也有清汤面这样，就是说你可以跟着作为 他肯定都要吃点辣的。啊，别人说微辣是我们的底线。
像你们吃火锅会吃清汤
So
锅
this
吗？
week,
别
this
说别人
promotion
说重庆人
activity
吃
is
火锅
not
不一
just
定比外地人吃
offline
的辣。
activity,
啊
right?
对，就是说
It also
他也
contains
有
the
这个也
online
有个人习
selling,
惯
the
的问题。
owner
就是
production,
像我的
online
话，我就不
production.
喜欢吃的太辣了啊，因为太辣了自己受不了。
有养生配。
那我能问一个尖锐的问题吗？
问
你觉得你们重庆人和成都人谁更能吃辣？
这个
什么？你再说一遍你的问题。
就你们重庆人和成都人谁更能吃辣呢？
这个就像喝酒一样啊
Our，friend
就
just
是
asked a very
在全世界
serious
也有
question
喝酒
that
厉害的，也
we
有喝酒厉害的。
people
但是
like 重庆 people or Chengdu Sichuan
来说
people
的，
can handle more spicy. I think it's a Chongqing people, right? I think it's Chongqing people.
那你要不要送给你的粉丝啊？等一下，要不要收个粉丝？
可以啊，可以，到时候
095。
到时候我明天给你行不行？
好，可以可以。
Wait, wait,
啊，我怎么联系你呢？
we're gonna
This is how
continue that.
Chongqing people
I just
act when
can't
they are
handle
well.
that.
我怎么联系你呢？
Yeah, whether they are
来，再讲。
稍后等一下。
how
好嘞，好
enthusiastic.
嘞，好嘞
我。们先 proceed。
台湾啦，
Yeah,
待会儿
really
再
started.
We're gonna continue, but
Those
our
sales.
guests can just come back here and have
Okay.
their.
Okay, let's go. Let's take a look.
This part is full of traditional Chinese medicine. So it's all about the showing it's all about Chinese traditional idea of bring health. And if you guys have watched my video, I ever been to the TCM hospital during the Dragon Ball Festival.
Yeah, that one. Really, really awesome.
But you want to try that?
是要把接近台人吗？
Somebody's gonna hold the products for her.
要吗？
Picking up ears.
Okay, you sound like
Yeah. If you
so
translate
I
it
think
directly, it's
试一下大拇哥。
some. It's like a
Wait.
special service that, yes, especially for your ear.
Especially during the Dragon Ball Festival, we have made the scented sachets.
Oh,
Sachets.
oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah,
这个是安省的。
I should. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a scented sachet. Oh,
大家
there's no mosquito in Singapore.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
yeah. Yeah.
让那个放松下来，尽快
他能给他们一个做纪念吗？Later, OK，我们晚点，没问题，晚点。Yeah. OK，我们晚点的。Actually,
You
guys,
guys
this
are
was
like
the
a-
whole part.
Gift targeting
再说
team.
太吵
Never
了，是
mind. Never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Proceed.
Never mind. Just explaining those information. Now we're kind of in the buzz of the audio. Maybe you should remind Julius about it. I kind of lost it. It's not really clear. I don't know if it's because the internet or not. Okay, now it's back. It's coming back. Welcome. 小楼，你可以调整一下那个手机上的麦克风的接收器的那个 receiver，可以重新，我估计是接触不了。小楼能听见吗？
啊？
你能听见我吗？你可以调整一下手机上的那个 receiver，就是你麦克风的那个接收器，那个接触不良，听起来有杂音，听不到他们的说话了。TCM works wonders. So we have audience on YouTube channel and also on Facebook channel. On our Facebook page. Hi everybody. Hi Lester. Hi Kevin. Hi Roger. Hi Cruz. New friends. Old friends. Jiangfu. No, I can't hear from you guys. It's not really good. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like this. Okay. I can't hear from you. 小楼，这个声音不对。
啊？
听不到，听不到现场。小楼，你把那个 receiver 拔下来，再插进去。
If you got interested in, China's traditional history, you can
Ah,
come
it's better.
here
Yeah, it's better
and see
now.
all these stories behind behind
有一些
this
断断
thing.
续续的。
It's model and that one is from Second World War.
I'm gonna go put you guys off and
Other destination.
我要把你们放下去，让你们调整一下 ，OK 吗？我觉得现在这个音量不大行。
Actually, that was designed into the game. One of the most famous thing that 千手观音 was designed into the
Yeah, it's better right now. 你要注意那个 receiver 跟手机 connection， 它可能会对，现在好一些。
哦，
One like it's a Buddha sculpture. This T-shirt, this part was into a Chinese game. But all people
And how many districts in Daju and
hold on, it's about something. I'll join you there. Yeah. Actually, a lot of our friends. So we have connections in Daju. We can have private.
我知道这边是有点不稳定。
I stayed in Chongqing for about 9 years. Very close to my way. I just become a half Chongqing people. And, very famous one. Very famous in on the teacher.
Oh, no.
So a lot of people during the bank holiday, the neighborhood to get up for there. We were here in Chongqing. Yingchang is also one of the unrealistic guys. So we're gonna go to the top.
Oh, okay. That's great. Yes.
Now, before you leave, maybe 声音 at 放火. Okay, we're gonna hit the I don't know 360 flavors of Chongqing. We're gonna go to that part and just have a try.
360 degrees.
Okay. Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna, put you guys off, and I'm gonna put Chongqing side on the screen so that you guys can adjust the equipment. Okay. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Here it's me again. I'm waiting for Jessie and our guest in Chongqing to join us because Julia's side is adjusting the gear. Thank you guys for your patience for waiting. It's been, I think it's almost 37 minutes since we start broadcasting this episode. If you are watching our show, today we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of Chongqing, Singapore connectivity, Chongqing, Singapore, China, Singapore, Chongqing connectivity demonstration initiative. It's a landmark project that has reshaped economic and cultural ties between Chongqing and Singapore. We are exploring the Raffles City today from the other side of the river. Also, we are visiting the Chongqing Week in Singapore in this period of time, and I think Jesse is ready for it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what Julius is doing right now. Let's see if the internet is going to be better right now. Where is my... Okay. So we are watching...
重新上线了。Julius, they're back online. You can just say something about what you're doing here. The live stream is back online, so you can explain why.
Welcome back, guys. Now we are trying some very special flavor, flavor. One. So we're gonna try that, and maybe next time you guys can try everyone and some formula.
Yeah, I think the side, the audio from Singapore side is not really steady. I don't know why. Okay, never mind. When they are wandering between those booths, let me just introduce some information about the cooperation and Chongqing Week. Okay, so now they are testing the cafe. Testing the coffee. All right. So Jesse is ready. Are you guys ready?
Let's say something about like the flavor of the coffee.
It's like very super fresh. And it's just Americano plus something like flour. How to say 山茶花?
Ah,
Yeah. It's Americano plus something like flour.
so there's flower scents in the coffee.
Yeah, Carmela says, you can see that. Carmela says, can I try one? Guys, I'm gonna. Oh, you can taste the floral aroma in that. I'm really good.
Strong,
Yeah, actually, it's not strong.
mild.
Yeah, it's just a
It's like lemon tea.
lemon tea. Yeah,
Lemon tea is coffee.
yeah, sour, sweet and sour. I think it's why not like special thing. I don't think in Singapore you also have that kind of coffee, like floral flavor. 花香味这种多的在吃。
这边的人主要他们叫 coffee， 就是哪里？
Oh, just latte. Yeah. Yeah. For me, I'm not
kind of a coffee person, but I think it's good. You guys drink coffee or tea? No. I think it's a very not drink too much.
这个它叫杯温咖啡，
One bay, yeah. Marina Bay coffee.
一样
哎这就是
温杯咖啡。
One bay, yeah. One bay.
它就不是
Marina Bay.
咖啡桌，
Yeah, it's some Chongqing brand. Yeah, I think it's a Chongqing.
它就像一个饮料。
接下来3天都有活动，大家有空可以来参加一下。还有人送你对象。
Yeah.
Last in his hometown, so he named after
Okay.
the place.
But in Singapore, we have Marina Bay. So in Singapore, we have Marina Bay coffee.
也是淡的那种。
And you got one more cup. One day.
开心。
Oh, one more. 谐音梗扣钱。Oh, so good. I think that's the first part of our, hit around the way, around the Singapore way. Maybe we haven't waste too much time. We're gonna go to another booth, right? Echo, is that okay? We can
Of
change
course.
into another.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course, of course.
So we're gonna go.
Yeah. While you are heading to another booth.
谢谢大家。Oh, by the way, hit the subscribe button on in 小红书 and other Xavier in 小红书 It's not
Thank you guys. Thank
everything.
you.
Just hit the subscribe button. They are really nice. If you come to Singapore, maybe you can find them. Maybe you can find them.
Go watch
So we're
their
gonna hit another
Xiaohongshu
spot.
page.
Enjoy your stay here. Yeah.
See ya. So you guys are heading to the Raffles City's booth, right? It's another
Sorry
side?
about
It's a huge ground.
Oh, you can see the weather today.
Hmm.
It's really good weather today. One of the most impression why I came here in Singapore is really beautiful. Really like the garden city. You can see all these tropical plants and all the this green decorations all around the city. It's really beautiful. I think that's one thing Chongqing should learn. The Ring Mall, guys, you may know the Ring Mall. This place is the next level. No, we got another. 我们还有一个马上。So, fine, Mr. Lukai. Mr. Lukai.
可以马上过来。
Okay, no, no. So we have one last special guest. He's one of the general manager in the famous city, Raffles City, Chongqing, and capital land of. He's one of he's a Singaporean, I think. Singaporean, yeah. And we are about to have a little chit chat with him. So speak. Just what I speak. Just like what I saw is we have Ring Mall, right? Like a lot of tropical decorations. But here, like in the Jewel in Zhangyi Airport, they actually have the original inspiration from the Zhangyi. It's really amazing when I just first saw that shopping mall, that decoration in an airport. It's really amazing. We got our special guest. Sorry about waiting, guys. Maybe you can see a little more like investing in Chongqing. Oh. Hello, this is our special guest, Lukai, the general manager of the Raffles City Chongqing, right? So can you introduce yourself to our audience?
我们直接用的这个自然麦没关系，对对对。
It's okay.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Lukai. I'm Singaporean and based in Chongqing for the past 10 years.
Yes, Mr. Tai is really nice people we have. Oh yeah, we need guys. We gotta introduce you from the Raffles City Chongqing. I think it's a very design building, the most design building in Chongqing.
It's like a ship.
It's essentially right now the landmark for Chongqing. So in Singapore, we have the Marina Bay Sands. And then Chongqing, yeah, that's Chongqing.
Yes, when I first in Singapore, I just saw the Marina Bay Sands. It's like, oh, it's actually that's Chongqing's property. I saw some inspiration from Marina.
So we actually share the same designer, architect from South.
Oh yeah.
So he designed Marina Bay Sands, he designed Jewel at the Changi Airport.
Yeah.
And then of course he engaged him to design the whole city.
Oh, his designs really one of a kind.
And we actually took a lot of inspiration for the local Chongqing culture because as you know, our location is Chongqing.
Yeah.
Chongqing is actually when you get all the cities, so you get the imperial edict, and then of course we also incorporate a lot of silk. Because Chongqing, the street is also part of with a lot of selling goods. So you can see actually our towers, right? It's so straight.
Yeah.
So it's meant to replicate sales of the selling goods.
Yeah.
So we don't really bring Chongqing going forward into the
Yeah, going forward. So I think it's a very, very kind of like a precise spirit of changing people, like moving forward, like self. Yeah. So I got several simple questions for you. It's like as a Korean, in what ways do you think the urban renewal of Chongqing as Singapore complement each other?
I think Chongqing can take a lot of good reference from Singapore because Singapore we know it's a very small city, so we do a lot of urban renewal for the last 15 to 20 years. So for example, one example is Clarke Quay. Clarke Quay is also a development undertaken by Singapore and so previously Clarke Quay was used to be a storage and a freight location, and then we actually converted it into right now very famous for entertainment, restaurant, F&B. So the hottest clubs are actually Clarke Quay. I recommend you go there after this. Yeah, and another example, right, is Capital Spring. Capital Spring used to be a hawker center and a car park. So we took over it, we redeveloped it into a mixed development. So we retain the car park, we retain the hawker center, and redevelop it into a mixed development comprising of service apartment and offices. So this is something that I think Chongqing can take reference from because right now there's a lot of old communities and it is being developed in the central region.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is one thing that I think the Chongqing can take reference from too.
So I think it's like in Chongqing, we hope that like more program like Raffles City, Chongqing, like you can from Singapore draw some inspiration from Singapore. Well, I first into just Singapore, I saw a lot of buildings full of green plants. And I think the one thing in China just is to learn that thing. It's really like we call that economy plus ecology. It's really the one of most iconic.
So Singapore and CapitaLand are actually very big in sustainability.
Yeah.
So just now I was saying this project Capital Spring, we basically have gardens at different level, and then you can see the entire facade is also filled with a lot of greeneries.
Yeah. That's why this city is called the Garden City.
Garden City.
Exactly. So the next question: that what attempts has Raffles City Chongqing made to integrate into the local culture of Chongqing? Because you know this is a Chongqing Week in Singapore. It's actually we're gonna have a Singapore Week in Chongqing. Yeah.
In September.
Yes.
Yeah. So Raffles City, just now we were talking about the design. So I was saying that being part of the whole Chongqing region. So we incorporate the sales design into our towers. So that's you can see it's also bringing Chongqing forward. So besides the design, right, we also do a lot of integration into the brands that we bring into the mall. So inside we have also brands from Chongqing, be it F&B brands and be it leather goods. So this is also to promote. As you know, we are also a landmark development, so we get a lot of tourists coming inside, especially from Southeast Asia.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's a good platform to promote Chongqing to the world.
Yes, that's one thing that people from I think for me, if I'm a tourist from other cities, when I came to Chongqing, I see wow. But some people told me there's still one in Singapore. I'm like, I definitely go to Singapore for meet that another one like a twin. Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
So what opportunities will this Chongqing Week event bring to the future development of Raffles City Chongqing?
So part of our aim to be part of the exhibit is actually to promote Raffles City and then promote Chongqing to attract offices and companies to actually work and invest in Chongqing. And the other aspect is also to get more tourism. Because Singapore is actually a melting pot of culture. We have a lot of nationalities over here residing in Singapore, tourists. So we hope this exhibition can bring more of them into Chongqing.
That's thank you, sir. Thank you so much for
Thank you
and
for-
thank you, Raffle City, Chongqing, for bringing a lot of this design, this building, this design.
And then I have no flavor in this.
Just looking forward to meet you in Chongqing. Like in Chongqing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Just enjoy the week. Enjoy the Chongqing week. So, guys, I think thanks, Kai, for our just chit chat, and I think that's our part, right, Echo?
Yeah, of course. You are performing.
I'm sorry
really good.
about I just take too much time.
No. Doesn't matter. You guys are doing great on this part. So let's switch to our part in Chongqing. Okay. See you
Okay.
guys.
I want to see Jesse. Is that any possible? Can link with Jesse?
Of course. Let's take
It's
a
been
look.
a very long time to see Jesse, right? We have a share
Wait a
one
minute.
screen.
Wait a minute. We are sending
Okay.
her to the
Yeah, we
screen.
gotta.
They are heading back to the Changjiahui area, and before that, they've been communicating with the guests for a really long time, and they've been watching the live stream, and they see everything of you guys.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
We can wait for a sec, maybe.
We also have a video produced by Julius and Xiaolou from the Chongqing Week in Singapore. It's really devastated, really dedicated, and really, I think it's really vibrant, and to show you guys how energetic and how.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people on site just curious about all this culture and food in Chongqing. So I think this is a pretty successful event, promotional event. I would say that it's not promotional. I think it's just an experience event. Yeah. Well, it's to see you, Jay. Oh,
You
they
guys see
already
that?
talk.
Raffle City, Chongqing, on the river.
Well, good weather in Chongqing too.
Yes.
Good weather, really good weather in Chongqing.
Yeah.
Oh, we have bad weather here. It's a Changjiahui, right?
Yes.
So you want to them on the stage and we can just cut out maybe? You want us share one
guys can
screen?
go to you guys can go
I saw
to,
Jesse. I saw Jesse.
to go with your tasks.
Hello, Jesse. Can Jesse hear me?
No.
Sorry about waiting. Sorry about waiting, guys. Sorry about waiting. I really don't know. I just took so much time here.
I don't. It's okay. It's okay. You guys are doing amazing, but I don't think she can hear from you because she is live streaming from another side. So just see you later, okay? I'll put you on, Julius. Thank you. Appreciate your
Appreciate it. And also thanks a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks our cameraman Xiaolou. Thank you everyone. Our special guest, our Mr. Lu Kai and Raffle City Chongqing, all the people here. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
and peace out.
Yeah, okay. We will put your video on later. So now let's switch to Jesse's part with Mr. Lai, a representative of Singapore entrepreneur in Chongqing.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel today. I'm right here at the Changjiahui shopping bag, and right here we have a guest today. So this is Terrace Light. And here we are, and you can see it's right in front of Lai Fushi. It's Raffles Cities. It's actually built by a Singapore company, and it's already the most famous landmark in Chongqing already. And here we are at the Changjiahui Shopping Park. This place is also held for the Spring Gala, and we have like a really famous show this year. So today I'm gonna explore this place with Mr. Lai and trying to introduce guys a little bit more information and to see how the culture emerged and between Chongqing and Singapore. Oh, by the way, and he's from a Singapore company.
Hi.
So maybe we can starting with you introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, my name is Terence. I'm from Singapore. My company is Space Logic, so we are here since 2021. My office in Singapore, China, as well as Southeast Asia. So I have 2 offices in Shanghai and in Chongqing. So what we do is actually experience design, basically to help brand, government, culture to create experiences on design, on all the environment, include event and exhibition. Yes.
Yes, and I saw on your guys' website you help a lot of art museums to doing exhibition, right?
Yes, yes. One of the reasons we are here in Chongqing is because during our anniversary, 7th anniversary, we were invited by our Singapore government, ESG, to come to Chongqing to set up office to support our Singaporean and Singapore culture into the west side. So that's why we have been here for the last 3 years, 4 years. So I think I'm very glad to be here in Chongqing, a new city for us. And there's a lot to explore in the west side of China. Yes.
Yes. Because I feel like this landmark Raffles City is the same because it's
Yes.
actually designed by a Singapore company,
Right.
But it combined with Chongqing's culture because they are saying the shape is like a sailing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And below that is Chao Tianmen Wharf. It's also like the most famous or the very in-town
Right,
wharf
right.
in Asian Chongqing, and that's where people are like doing like a port. They do transaction over there,
Right.
and there's people selling and buying stuff here. And it's also like one famous spot where saying, oh, the Chongqing hot pot is actually originally from
Right,
here
right.
because people were back in there to do trading and they are
Right.
starting eating that. So I think it's a really nice symbol, and I guess if it's possible, we could walk around
Sure.
here to
Sure.
see.
Let me enjoy the
Yeah.
site as well.
Yeah, sure. Because as we were talking about, I heard like there's like 250 million trading between China, Singapore, and Chongqing, the initiative. And I think we are happening on the 10th anniversary this year, right? So as we were talking before the live stream, I think we have like over 20 flights per week, right? And it's really impressive because I feel the flight is getting more and more, especially after the COVID, right?
Yes.
So do you like really?
I think the communication between all the different cities, especially Singapore and China, is a next leap after the COVID. I think business and people connection will be more. So I think more flight will be welcome. And I think this will create more synergy and partnership between the 2 nations, as well as for the people like us. And I think with the 10-year anniversary with the connectivity project, I think this should make the next league to become a more interesting and more variety for the collaboration between the 2 nations.
Yes,
I really look forward for the next 10 years ahead. Yeah.
Yes, because I feel like even as like a tourist, right? If for example, if I'm visiting some place, if I really like being attractive to that city, maybe it will lead me to think if there's a chance for me, like say, to working there or trying to
Yes.
find a cooperation if you are a businessman, right?
Yes.
So I think it's really nice to see as we were talking about, like there's a lot of foreign tourists are coming to this place. I know today is really like hot.
Yeah, today is a hot day.
And it's weekday, so I guess it's not really crowded in this area, Changjiahui Shopping Park. But let's take the escalator here.
Yep.
So if just like to provide you a bit more information, because as you were saying, you haven't seen the Chongqing drum light show before, right? So this place is, I will say, the best place to view the drum lights. And it's happening every Saturday usually.
I will come back one day to see. Yeah.
And I heard like I think Singapore, the Marian Bay, they also have a light show.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I
Have
think we have
you
every
ever
night.
seen that before?
Yeah, I have seen some of the night show in Singapore, spectaculars, and I guess these 2 countries have a different approach. But I think, like you say, tourist is the first beginning dialogue between the 2 nations. But I guess with the tourism increase, whether it's young or old, will able to explore further connection between the 2 cities, especially for individual. Because Singapore even is a small nation, but I think a lot of Singaporeans is very outgoing. They want to explore beyond Singapore, and I think like recently we have a lot of interest from China as well. we call it 文化出海 or want to go abroad. So we receive a lot of requests from local Chinese or Chongqing want to go. I think like right now, Singapore we're having the Chongqing experience event, right? I think that is basically using the same idea to share with more Singaporean on the Chongqing culture, food and product. Yeah, I think we look forward for this. I believe this year we have a similar event in Chongqing as well from Singapore.
Oh, really?
So I look forward for the event to see how many Singapore product culture can be displayed or to be showcased in Chongqing.
I'll be looking forward to that too. Because we were saying in the live stream, Julia's part, like when they are in Singapore, right? There's like traditional Chinese medicine they're bringing to there. And I saw on yesterday their video, they're presenting a lot of Chongqing local food.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you feel it's really a good idea, like for Singapore people to try it, because it's quite spicy.
Right. I think Chongqing is famous for spicy and oily. Even I bring my Singapore family friends here, they say it's too hot for them. I guess it's a unique spiciness with the mala. I think it's different spicy from Singapore, and I like hot pot as well. But I think one of the daily I call it delicious noodle I like to have is the xiao mian.
Oh, really?
I think Chongqing xiao mian is interesting, and because it's everywhere, and it's very different from our Singapore noodle. There's some similarity, but it's very different. They have peanut, they have different kind of flavor. I think I like that a lot with very local taste. Yeah. So I think besides food itself, I think Chongqing have a lot of interesting site as well. I think we call it 8D city, right?
Yeah.
The 8-dimension city.
Yes.
So because of the elevation, the landscaping. So I think that is a very unique compare everywhere else in China. So I think the sightseeing here is definitely the uniqueness. And I think beside the downtown, I think we hear a lot about Ongyadong, a lot about this Sanchengxiang and all these places. I particularly like Sanchengxiang a lot.
Really?
The reason Sanchengxiang is on the cliff area, and it's a small alley, which is in the old building. I think that create a very interesting sight between walking into the old town. But I think the organizer or the owner there create a lot of interesting store. They have very interesting store there. So I guess it's a very good experience. And also beyond downtown, there's a lot of nice scenery beside the corner, the entire city. Like I think this 四姑娘山, 大足石刻, all these places are very interesting. So I think there are a lot to explore in Chongqing.
I feel you went to a lot of places.
No, I have to explore a little.
Years,
I have to come and explore myself, enjoy the city itself while working here.
We call 淡子石老街.
Right.
So it's really very next to the Changjiahui shopping park. And this old street here is actually existing for a really long time. And it's like a similar one with Shancheng.
Okay, I think we lost their connection. 卡了他们那边. All right, it's me again. While we're waiting for their, adjustment. Okay.
The weekend. Watch out.
Back again.
Yeah, I guess that is an interesting part of a city because it should have different character and different flavor. So where some is the landscaping is the more important. For the rest, maybe it's a community that create a uniqueness themselves.
Issue. Oh, they fixed it. They fixed it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, as we were talking about like the drone light show and the Marian Base light
Yes.
show, right? I feel it's really, and also I'm not sure if you visit the ring, Guanghuan,
Oh, Guanghuan, yes.
and they say it's really like similar to the Chang'e airport.
Oh, no, there
Have
are
you
some
ever-
similarity because in the mall there is jungle, a mini jungle,
Yes.
and I think that replicates some of those Singapore mall. They actually do a lot of greenery internally. So I guess that is where,
Maybe we can wait.
yeah, that's where the people comment that is two look alike. Yeah,
Okay.
but I guess Guanghuan is interesting because it's one of the very first to create a garden. The very first to create a garden like that is not only for the sightseeing, it's a content. If let's say they create a good content, I think that will make the place different and with their own story.
Yes, and I feel we see like a similarity of like trying to find something like green. I feel we do.
卡了吗？
I think it's okay. So I think we will talk about like your living experience in this city, right? So could you like give us like a little hint of maybe like cooperation or like maybe like from your business side what you are looking for like for the past few for the
building itself, I think that is a breakthrough in China,
yes.
in Chongqing as well. Yeah.
Yes, because I feel that attract a little bit
Yes,
foreign
yes,
people
yes.
because next coming years.
Okay. So I guess these few years is very special. COVID with the last few years, and after COVID, there is geopolitical changes and unstable.
Yes.
So I think that create a lot of business uncertainty. So I think a lot of businessmen is very cautious. But I guess without the less, I think in the business itself, we have to look forward. We cannot stay put. So I guess with the connectivity project, Chongqing and Singapore, I think this is a very good initiative that help businesses and help company or businessmen to look forward. And I think government play an important role, but I guess we need to have more publicity and more on the ground action to improve this connectivity project. And I believe right nowadays with the young Gen Z era, a lot of happening. We should look into the people sector, the young people sector, because these are the ones that actually will able to bring out interesting content and not from up top to down. I think we have to really listen to the
From the
ground.
bottom?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the bottom, yes.
Okay, I think it's really nice because I feel I have like a friend who lives in Singapore recently, and
Yep.
I feel it's for me what I heard from her is like we don't really see a really big huge culture difference between let's say China and Singapore, right? And there's I heard it's a lot of people speak Mandarin in Singapore.
Oh yeah,
am I right?
definitely, because we are most 80% of Chinese in there.
Yeah, because I feel that counts like a there's like shopping mall.
Yes.
I think there's some liquor expression.
Right.
And I feel it's because it's really nice to immerse in the local culture. And I saw there's some art museums you are holding like in Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Did you find any like special one in Chongqing yet?
Yeah, I guess culture is an interesting topic for now, because I think the connectivity project initiative at the start is more on the infrastructure, the government, all the banking, corporation, big infrastructure, logistic. So I guess the next phase we should look in
Thank you guys for your patience. Waiting for their coming back. Stunning preservation of Chinese intangible cultural heritage, ancient Chinese design. Yeah, that's the feature of the Changjiahui Park on the side of the river. I mean, they kind of like a rebuild, restore those ancient buildings in this relative way. In the midst, I mean, it's more like a antique building for me. It's not old, it's not really new, but it's just like the ancient way of the architectures in back in, I mean, maybe in 100 years old. Yeah. So it's a way of preservation, but it's also a way of rebuild because it's still a commercial area. We should be really, open and really providing good services for tourists and visitors. So you gotta be fighting the new way, and that's why we call it the urban renewal, right? Okay, so they are coming back again. Let's see.
还没好是吧？
对他们
Yeah,
要
it's good.
等它重新连进去。
所以我们要重新再来吗？
Okay.
不用不用不用不用，因为就是聊天嘛，他们听到哪儿算哪儿，就算他们听到了好听的。
哦，是。
对，应该还好。可以了。I think we can continue.
Okay.
And maybe we can try starting with the topic. You were saying the Yakun was coming to Chongqing.
Oh yeah, Yakun is I think somewhere around here.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that too.
Yeah, so I guess.
Yeah, I like Yakun.
I hope to see more and more Singapore.
I like the
food
sandwich.
Brand company to be located in Chongqing because it's like we are feeling back home, right? So
Yes,
hopefully we were able to have more of this Singapore product here. So
Yeah.
I guess that's where the connectivity project is all about.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of stores available because it's usually really crowded with different stores.
Yes.
Like they are selling like local food
Yes.
and maybe art stuff.
Right,
They
right.
have like, for example, I know before they have like bronze. They make artifact using
Yes.
bronze.
I think the internet is bad again on their site. But I think what they are sharing is about how this enterprises has entered. Yeah, has entered.
Yes.
They are back
So,
again,
like,
guys.
snacks. But I feel it's really, you see, there's a lot. Isn't really a lot of stores are open because it's weekday, and I heard there's like a really they opened a Chongqing store noodle the 小面
Yes.
in Singapore. Have
Oh
you
yeah, I
noticed
guess
that?
no. In fact, when I went back to Singapore, there is a lot of places it feel like China. Especially in Chinatown, there's so many different kind of Chinese cuisine, hot pot, sauerkraut, everything, right? Or Sichuan Thai. So I guess right now, with the people moving and the visa is opening, I think more and more Chinese is there, and a lot of Chinese actually move to Singapore. So I think Singapore have more Chinese.
Yeah, it's frozen again. I mean, what
Yes. So I guess these are very interesting mixture to how to revamp a location from an old building,
Yes.
rundown building, and reform and recreate to something new. I think that is very interesting in China because I guess China after the development over the last 20 years, it's time to slow down a bit to use whatever they can to sustain and not continue to build more.
Yes.
Is to sustain and create new life
Yes.
for the existing one. Yeah.
I think it's really common in China to like helping like doing like a old building or architecture to doing something new.
Yes.
Like right next to this 弹子石老街 old
Right,
street,
right, right.
there's like French Navy. Let me check the name. Sorry. A lot of like individual brands for doing clothes.
Yes.
So it's really, it will be really interesting for me like a local to coming back for Chongqing, like to
Yes,
see
yes.
such development. Because I feel as before, maybe a few years before, there's no such items or stores over there. And it becomes popular for young people,
Yes, yes,
especially in Chongqing, because I feel it's not that popular over tourists.
Right, right.
But it's like we are finding some place that like people love to enjoy by locals. So I'm hoping like for those places will be known by more tourists.
Yes.
Because like for me, it's like they are expanding the perspective of Chongqing, like the overall look to the world.
Yeah.
So
So I think as you mentioned, I think nowadays there's a lot of new places just pop up from nowhere.
yes.
I think one of the main reason is because of social media. One KOL, you know, when they go and do something and that become viral, and the place will automatically being popular and more people will gather it there and new businesses or new opportunity will be there. So I guess that's why I mentioned about people power. I mean, nowadays is the young people or the non-people that able to create content. It is not so much one single way to content. It's a multi-way of content. I guess that is interesting, especially in China like this, because new places is where people enjoy and they're willing to share. And that's willing to share will make that place become the next level of interest. I think that is interesting to me. What I see in China over the last 3 years, because before that is a lot of investment by the government to build a scenic place or destination place using a lot of money. But nowadays, I think it's reverse. It's a layman that go and do all this streaming or KOL that go and do a lot of exposure for the location. And it might not be very well done. It could be very uru or very uru or very nature, but that is people wanted to explore and experiences and not to build nice thing.
Yes.
You know, so I think that is interesting changes over the last few years in China, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's happening for me. It's like more like a worldwide stuff,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
For example, we were talking about the waterfall over Chang'e Airport.
Oh yes, yes.
But honestly, for me, I didn't know that while I was in Singapore. 'Cause
Right.
at that time, I feel the social media isn't that
Yes,
popular,
yes,
right?
yes,
You don't
yes.
get that chance to,
Yes.
let's see, get that
Right, right,
enough
right, right,
information.
right,
Even
right.
I was in the airport, I
Right.
didn't know there's
Right.
such place.
Yes.
But for now, when I was browsing like stuff for Singapore, you'll see everyone will say you must to see that
Yes,
waterfall
yes, yes,
before
yes.
you're leaving Singapore,
right.
And they were like even like the guide to tell you like how to go into that waterfall if you are in the airport,
Right.
So I mean it's really interesting for me because I wasn't really noticed the waterfall before I'm actually working here because this work requires me to really do a lot of search on the internet.
Right.
And that actually impressed me because
Right.
I feel it's really powerful for this media
Yes.
to explore. I feel it's really powerful for this media
Yes.
to explore worldwide information to everyone. Just
Yes,
really
yes.
just right in front of you.
Correct,
There's
right.
everything for you.
Yeah, because the media base have changed.
Yes.
So UCG is one that actually is gaining more attention. All right, I think.
Yes.
And I think it's interesting because surprisingly, when you mentioned about all this social media, my kid when came to China, they brought me to a lot of places in China which I don't know. And I
Right.
say, how come you know all these new places? They say because of Xiaohongshu.
Yes.
Xiaohongshu created a
Tells you
lot of
everything.
content, created a lot of attractiveness to them. My
Yes.
kids tell me, I want to go there, Papa, because of I know so much about it. I said I never heard about it.
Yeah.
So I guess social media become a very powerful media to do a lot beyond. But I think if we make good use of all this media, collaborate with all the government initiative and all these things, I think that will be a very unique uh, exploration stage to us for us to discover how to make use of all this content and good project, and how can we properly and easily spread out all this news and let
Yes.
more people aware of it.
And it's a really nice way, like thanks to it, we can see.
There's a church here.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a church.
There's
So
an
it's
interesting
part
church.
of the
Yes.
old street.
Yeah, so you have a lot of mix in this small little town here, district. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, interesting.
I feel it's like thanks to the internet, we can see, for example, the Singapore Chongqing Week
Yes,
over
yes,
there.
yes, yes.
Like I can connect with my colleagues to do the live stream.
All right.
Because it's not really like common, or let's see,
Yes.
popular in the past years.
Right, right,
and
right.
It's a good way to sort of.
Right.
Let's see.
Unfortunately, I'm not in Singapore to enjoy the experience there,
Yes.
but it's okay. I'm here to see myself and to experience
Yes.
myself physically here.
Yes,
Right.
it's really interesting because we were thinking about we might having trouble like finding a Singaporean in
Okay.
Chongqing at first place. We were really nervous to find if you are like people are interested in this content, but thankfully we're good for now.
Yeah, okay. Lucky you found me, and
Yeah.
I happen to be back to Chongqing this week, so I think the timing is right.
And I feel you are really like your personal experience of like living in Chongqing like and Shanghai and Singapore for like
for 4 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's really nice to see, like from your point of view,
Yes, yes.
how those cities are like sort
Right.
of emerged together and maybe trying to, because I feel it's really we can see a lot of things in common.
Yes.
But we are doing it in a different way because
Right.
our like different cultural background or like different city structure, but it's really nice. And here we are at the very top of the Danzishi Old Street. So
Yeah.
I think it's probably end of our show.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Very nice tour.
yeah, just it's really a good place to chill. Maybe you can like finding some time for
Yeah,
yourself.
again, I will explore
Yeah.
more beyond today.
Yes, I think so.
I enjoy a lot in Chongqing because when I started to reach Chongqing, I have no idea what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
But after the 4 years, I have a lot of new discovery, and I think I also enjoy the people. Chongqing people is very warm, straightforward. You know, when they really direct, and they don't have any like not like
Yeah.
some other city, right? So the character is different. So
Yes.
again, I think there is a lot of things more to explore for.
Facebook, Twitter, like X and YouTube, Instagram. We have also on TikTok, on Threads. We are on every platform, so just make sure to follow us. And thank you. I'm
Bye-bye.
Jessie. Bye bye.
Thanks, Jesse and Mr. Lai, for their interview. Also, they're touring around the Changjiahui Park to show our beautiful Raffles City Chongqing side. Also, on the content about how they've been sharing the experience about Mr. Lai has been living in Chongqing, also in China for 4 years, and his insights of the cooperation between China and Singapore. Really great content. So it was a really incredible journey today. The 10 years of partnership until right now. You know, my first live stream connection with Singapore, I think it was like in 3 years ago or 4 years ago. We've been producing the green architecture. I mean the economic growth cooperation connection between the two cities for a really long time. So we have produced a lot of content about Chongqing and Singapore. So you guys can dig in on our YouTube channel, on our website, also on our accounts on social media platforms. Okay. I have some latest news about the collaboration. On June 3rd, the 10th meeting of the Joint Implementation Committee of the China-Singapore Chongqing Connectivity Initiative was held in Chongqing. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the implementation of the China-Singapore Connectivity Initiative. Chongqing and Singapore reviewed their 10-year collaboration on site and look forward to the future. At the same time, 23 projects were signed on site with a total amount of approximately $240 million. These projects signed this time include 4 categories: investment, trade, finance, and framework agreements involving digitalization, logistics, education, and other fields. These fields, I think, also has got really a huge impact on the Western China Land and Sea New Corridor Initiative, because in 2015, when the CCI was determined to be settled in Chongqing, it clearly identified the 4 major fields of financial services, aviation, transportation, logistics, and information and communications as the focus. So the Western China Land and Sea New Corridor is an exploration jointly carried out by Chongqing, Guangxi, and Singapore under the background of the CCI. Among those projects signed this time, many projects are extensions and follow-ups for previous collaborations. So when we are looking ahead, the focus will expand into great development, digital economy, and sustainable infrastructure, with Singapore and Chongqing leading the way. New agreements like the Chongqing-Singapore Digital Economy Partnership promise even deeper ties. And with direct flights, streamlined costumes, and joint ventures, the next decade will undoubtedly bring more milestones. So yeah, for our viewers, audience today in Singapore, in Chongqing, also in Philippines, I see guys from everywhere, in Indonesia, coming up on our comments area today. Thank you guys for watching our show, and joining us about this journey today. This isn't just a celebration of the past, it's also a launch pad for the future. So let's keep connecting, innovating, and growing together. I'm Echo Chen, and I'm going to put on the video from Julia's site on Singapore so you guys can watch it. Okay? So if you like our content, please like and share this video. Also, subscribe our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Threads. Also, we have German channels, German pages on iChongqing and Breaking News. We have Russian channels on Breaking News and iChongqing. Please follow them, okay? Please. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Thank you for always supporting and greetings on your side to us. And also, these are old friends who will watch this live stream later. Say hi to you guys and thank you for supporting us. Okay, just watch our live stream video today and thank you. See you next time.